Okay, hey collective. I'm gonna do a reading on Choi-san. This was requested, and so I did Google him just so I could see, and it looks like his birthday's in July or something like that. I like the synchronicity of the year he was born. It was like 1999 or something like that. Um, he has this look going for him. It's not. It is. Let's just. I see something more so coming up with respect to, like, I know he's a singer. I know he's that type of artist. I see him working on things like writing some songs, some probably more traditional Korean songs, maybe even for like other artists. I see a female artist that he may work on some writing, like he may be approached or may have already been approached about writing a song for a female artist, which I don't know if that's actually something that he does. Maybe this is something new. Maybe this is something they talked about in passing. A concept or idea, I don't know. Anyway, I also see him doing some traveling, but maybe getting into modeling is what I saw. And I don't know if that's something he's even looking at. Yeah, and this he is gonna he's gonna be doing that writing probably. And he's actually thinking in like he's not really okay. It says he's returning to travels. Like just like I said, returning to travels, moving home. So he's just kind of like doing stuff right now. He's kind of just enjoying, being who he is. I noticed something too about a prince, Choi-san, as well. And I'm not sure if that's the same person. But right now, he's just kind of like, he just kind of wants to like hang out and like do things. And so that's probably why he's like digging into this writing. And I'm telling you, this is the energy who you either ran across or knows from the industry or something like that, or met while he was traveling, or they discussed this while they were traveling. While he was traveling, he might have like said, oh yeah, like I feel like it's something like he either passed somebody at some type of show or event or party or something like that, and they spoke a little bit, whoever that Queen of Swords is, and talked a little bit about what they were writing and what it matched up kind of with whatever this artist wanted to put out. It's something traditionally Korean though. Like it might be someone who sings for a lot of soap operas. I don't know why I'm getting that, but, or someone who sings like, who regularly, and it's a female artist, like a household name. So that's who he met or spoke to while he was traveling. And he like goes back home. He's going to just like traveling about, maybe even dabbling in the modeling, meeting up with some individuals. There's something about like fashion and then his look, like his just own personal look, that's going to draw that attention towards him. And he's going to think about, leaving from, if he's in the group still, I don't even know if that group is still together, if they're still touring or whatever, but he's kind of up in his head about it. He's not sure what to do right now. So again, he's just kind of trying to relax and like get grounded. Yeah, get grounded. Yeah, he needs to. Yeah, he knows that. He knows that, but he's not just ready yet. Like he came out as ungrounded male, like literally. Ungrounded male, unsuccessful businessman, corruption, or extortion. And I don't feel like all of that applies to him. He's just not grounded right now. He's not really focused on like, is this where I should be? He's just kind of like letting things come to him. And that's why I said the modeling is going to come up and it's going to be something that he may move towards. But I feel like he's going to be really good at it. He's going to enjoy it. It feels like less work for him is what I'm understanding. Yeah, it feels like less work for him and he's going to like that. Because I'm getting a lot of like, I don't know, maybe whatever happened previously with touring and maybe with being on the road and things like that and not having the freedom. Maybe even to go out and meet new people or just sit around. I get an energy of like sit around, smoke a cigarette and drink, a drink. 7 of Cups, yeah. And get some energy of like he misses being able to be young. Because I don't think he's very old, yeah. And he's not like, it's not like he's impatient or, it's not like that. It's just he's anxious to enjoy a little bit more. Traveling is what I'm feeling like, and I feel like he knows that his parents or everyone else is just how he says it. Like everyone else is expecting for him to be really traditional, but he doesn't give me the vibe of someone that wants to be stuck in some, yeah, I saw this. He's even though he's not, what's happening is right now, because of him not being grounded, he's having to look at things and like say, okay, well, I want to do this and that. Like he's going to look at things. So again, these new jobs, that modeling, because I don't know if he's going to try to do something independent or if he's going to actually get with an agency. I think you kind of have to get an agency unless I don't know. I really don't know how the background of that works. But that's going to give him a lot more freedom to be like in the energy that he wants to allow him to be patient and figure out some things. That's what I'm getting here. It's going to allow him to be patient and figure out some things. Yeah. Because I saw the Hierophant in here too. And then I saw the High Priestess. So to me, that's just kind of like, oh yeah, he wants to, like he sees what's up. But he's like, nah, I definitely have to do this for myself. I get this energy of like, live a little, laugh a little. Yeah. Yeah, because he feels like trying to force something, like being in this ungrounded energy. He knows he doesn't have the ideas that he wants. He knows that it's not putting him in the energy that he would like. And he sees like, okay, if I stay there, then I'll stay, in this arrogant and emotionally immature energy. And I don't think he wants that, but he wants to have the time to free himself from it, is what I see. Like he doesn't want anybody else to direct his motions, which I guess he shouldn't as a young man, but he's got a lot of reverse cards coming out. Unless this is maybe a father energy, but I don't get that. I get his father was a strict, father. I get that was always, the thing. But he may feel some way, shape, or form like his father didn't tell him the truth about everything. And it's not that he didn't, this is a hard one. I don't feel like it's not that he didn't tell him the truth. It's like maybe he didn't want, like at the time. That's the thing about parenting too. It's like some things you don't know how to explain at the time that they occur. Because something like that actually just happened with my son and I, where he thought I was laughing at him. And I was like, oh no, baby, I'm excited. Like what you're doing is great. And like, I'm excited. That's when I started smiling. And like, I'm not laughing at you. It was one of those kind of things. So I feel like there's a lot of, that's the energy that makes him feel ungrounded because of the pull. And I get that too. But I get his father has been very strict. Like he worries about not living up to that or something like that. About falling into the wrong spaces and places. And yeah. He worries about it because his father goes like this to him about it. And I feel like if the father would relax a little bit and not say anything, but show him. Because that's what I get. Like, and again, as parents, we don't get a rule book. We don't know, for some kids, that works. For other kids, it's like, you just got to show them and say, hey, did you realize you didn't do this yet? Okay. Just wanted to make sure, because I didn't know if you knew. Because they want to feel independent, but they also want to feel like they have your help. But they don't know how to like necessarily ask for the guidance either. So that's honestly what I feel right now in this energy. So let's see, anything else? Yeah, I think once that comes to light, like once there's a little bit more positivity brought into this relationship with the father, he won't be so like confused about what he wants to do next. And I feel like he feels a bit stifled by that father's energy, where he has to prove himself. And right now he's not in a position to do that because he's just figuring out who he is and what he wants. Aww. And maybe there's somebody romantically that he, would like to pursue. And so he's just kind of figuring out, like, what does that look like? Do I, go get a career? Do I do this? Do I do that? Yeah, so he is in the right position, though. Like, even though he knows that, like, he's going to realize that, okay, I need to release this fear. I feel like he's going to be able to step himself aside from the father's energy, even if the father like doesn't come around. He's going to be able to say, you know what? I just have to ignore him. And he's going to move forward in this moon card in the reverse. Release. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit hard though, because he's going to feel like, dang, like, am I going in the wrong direction because I'm not listening? When it's not that he's not listening to his father, it's he's trying to figure out what he wants. And those things, those ideas may be outside of the father's. know why this is so heavy here, but you saw that Emperor come up. But he's going to release that fear and maybe kind of let his father know, like, I really want to do this, 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 and this. And it's actually going to, unveiling the secrets, right? It's actually going to subside his anxiety, that truth. And he's going to be able to really regain that composure and any type of self-deception. His mom's going to help him with that, is what I'm seeing here. Because I'm getting the Empress and the Emperor, it's his parents. His mom's going to help him to, like, I don't know, mom's going to come through. What's this? Yeah, mom's going to come through. Mom's going to call judgment and be like, it's only fair that this and that and this. That's nice. Yeah, the mom is going to be able to kind of be a support, be a backbone in, like, whatever the situation is that he wants to kind of, yeah. That'll bring him a lot of balance too, and he'll be able to move on from whatever, it was that he was unable to figure out for himself. Ooh, wow. Now, if this card had come out with 2 bad cards, then I would look at this in a negative way. But they came out this way, which is someone, because it's on the side also, it's basically meaning that someone is, like, fixing this. If there was anything that made this person addictive or depressed or, mental health issues, any secrets, obsessions, or anything like that, codependencies, dependencies, period, materialism, any of those types of things are being fixed. Okay. And it's going to take place, like, nicely. It's like the whole culmination comes out really together really nicely is what I'm seeing, because they all 3 fell out together. It's like he's going to figure that out, and then he'll be able to have a nice new beginning and move forward with, the situation with his father, the situation with himself. And I think that that's really good. Oh yeah, look, the culmination is right here on the bottom. So yeah, he's going to be able to do that. Yeah, he's going to get rid of that anxiety, because this just kept showing up. But his mom is going to be the part that assists with that. Like, she's going to, help him to see things from a different perspective, maybe. Because I saw the child here. Like, the mom's going to explain some things like, oh yeah, don't, it's one of those conversations, like, it's just traditional, kind of conversation that you might expect to take place, where the mom is like, oh yeah, it's because when your father was young and his dad, and it's one of those things, and it's going to bring some enlightenment to why the father is the way he is. And then, and maybe it has something to do with finances too, which a lot of times it does. The fathers want the sons to hold up the legacy, right? But I feel like as parents, we want our children, and just be honest, we want our children to just to enjoy what they're doing. And he sees that his son is not enjoying it, like whatever he just went through. So he's also kind of like, okay, well, what do you want to do? So he's seeing that, and he's working on it. And the father is, who he is. I can't really, the father is who he is. But it'll all be worked out, is what I see. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of, like, an uncomfortable moment. There may be, like, a little bit of, like, raised voices or shouting. But it doesn't get out of hand because they love each other. If you could imagine, like, a heated conversation is what I like to call them. Where the father's like, and you this. And he's like, but Abba. Or something like that. Like, I feel like he calls his dad, like, a name like that. And it's going to go okay. It's going to go okay. Okay. He's still going to be victorious in that conversation. So, it's, again, it's one of those things. It's like a necessary, it's cathartic. There we go. It's cathartic. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be very cathartic. Okay. But cathartic is a great thing. So, especially when you're looking to move forward and figure out, some focus or ways to heal and, find the rest and enlightenment that you need to about your next steps in your journey. And sometimes that needs to be from a creative space that requires no outside influence, which is what he's trying to get rid of. So it's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Because he doesn't want to fool himself into, like, living up to someone else's ideas, because he won't be happy. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Because he knows if he doesn't do this step of moving on, it's like, okay, that culmination, because that came out earlier, like everything that's supposed to happen with the mom and stuff helping out, that won't take place if he doesn't, if he doesn't do this. Make that change, that unexpected change. Because, yeah, he knows. Yeah, he's going to get it together. He's patient enough to put things in place for himself. Right now, I just feel like there's a lot of different things kind of swarming around in his mental space, and, you know, things that he's thought about doing, things that he might want to do, and so on and so forth. But I feel like he's writing in that process, and that's what he and the person we're talking about. See, that person that he met, the other actress, or she's a singer. She's a very well-known Korean singer is what I'm getting. And so this will be really, like, here she is again. I can't make it up. So, you know, she told him, and she's a woman of her word. Like, she's told him, she's like, oh yes, like, I want to see this when you're finished. This is amazing. Yeah. So it's not like he's not doing anything. It's just, you know, the things that he's working on are in progress, and then he needs this moment to be able to kind of come back full throttle and kind of do what he wants to do. Yeah, he needs that mental break from the outside world. His mother knows that. His mother sees that. Yeah, I think she's going to say something to him about, like, why don't you go, you know, take a break, or go do something with your friends for, I don't know, a few weeks. Yeah, a few weeks. That's what it sounded like. Or by himself even, or I don't know, something. Maybe even go to some other home that they have that's like up in the hills. That may be a really good thing too. All right, I hope that this has been helpful and insightful in some way. Yeah, that whoever that is that told him, look, it keeps coming out afterwards. She's waiting for him to like finish this process, because that's where the writing is coming from. So through this process of maybe even his healing a father wound here is what he's doing in figuring this part of his life out. And then that will ultimately be something that he collaborates with this artist. She may even want him to like be acknowledged for writing it too. She may say, oh no, this is not, she may make sure that he gets like public publicity for it as well, because she's aware of, like, I don't know what it takes to be this creative. Okay. All right. I hope that this has been helpful and insightful. I could do this all day, guys. I could literally do this all day. Somebody's asking or wondering, like, is it somebody that he's going to be, you know, can he marry this person, this and that? I don't think that's on their playing field right now. This is like a community. This is like a soul tribe energy. So for him, you know, so I hope that this has been helpful and insightful in some way, shape, or form. And I'll catch you on the next one. Later.